Hello my darlings, I hope you're doing phenomenal. So today, which is gonna be quite rare when it comes to my channel, we're gonna focus on one fragrance and one fragrance only that's been taking the world by the storm. And this video is very kindly sponsored, for full disclosure, by the brand. And you know, I couldn't say no, because this is a brand that's not only very popular at the moment, but also one of the first brands in this industry that actually gave me a chance when my YouTube channel had maybe like 5,000 subscribers. It was one of the first brands that reached out to me and wanted to work with me. So I was like, yeah, of course, I want to work with you again. And today I'm going to be reviewing their newest release, which is called Titanium. And look at the bottle. Insane. By the way, there are so many fragrances that are 10 out of 10 for me when it comes to this brand. Ambassador and Ambassador Intense, the sexiest men colognes that exist. Ambassador Intense to me is even actually more unisex leaning. So if you like fruity, sexy, but deep fragrances, absolutely have to try it. Then there is Ambassador Woman, which kind of reminds me of Aura from Mugler. So if you like Aura from Mugler, you should definitely try Ambassador Woman. Then you have Donna, which is also a very nice feminine scent. And then you have Titanium, which is the newest one. So I'm very excited to have it in my hands, because people in perfume community, especially during L'Accence in Milan, especially the guys, were talking a lot about Gisada. This is actually a brand from Switzerland, and as most brands from Switzerland, the quality is top notch, isn't it? Like, just think of the watches and you know what I'm talking about. Just think of the banks and you will know what I'm talking about, okay? So yeah, this is the newest release from Gisada. And again, it's called Titanium. And you know what, guys? I went on Fragrantica because I was very curious what people compare it to. And I was like, how? I don't think there's any other fragrance that people compare it to so many different scents. So many completely different scents. Let's say most people compare it actually to Pegasus from Parfums de Marly, which I really love. But then people compare it to J'adore from Dior, Café Rose from Tom Ford, the new one, Platinum Egoist from Chanel, Miss Dior from Dior, Miss Dior Cherie, Le Mal Extreme or Intense, however you call it, Dolce Violet from Dolce & Gabbana. This is crazy. Like, this is crazy. I don't know who does it on Fragrantica, but let me read you the notes and let me tell you how I feel about the fragrance. And I hope to speak some accuracy and truth in here, all right? Because Fragrantica can be very deceiving from what you can hear from what I just read, right? So, in Titanium, which I love the bottle, reminds me a little bit of Métallique from Tom Ford, right? And Ambassador has the same bottle type, but different coloring. And I really love the silver one. It looks so good. So yes, we have at the top cardamom, pink pepper, artemisia and sage. So clearly you can see it's quite aromatic from the get-go. Then we have lavender, cedarwood, cinnamon, sandalwood and leather. And then in the base, where the magic happens, is tonka bean. You already know it's good. Vanilla. You already know it's good. Iris, you already know it's good. Patchouli and balsam fir. Balsam fir, I adore. If you do not know what balsam fir is, it's basically those droplets that come out of the pine trees and they have the most intoxicating smell. And of course, Balsam Fir got very popular in perfumery for the past couple of years because of Baccarat Rouge 540, because that's what was used in Baccarat Rouge 540, and it gave it such a magical touch. I personally adore Balsam Fir and all the piney notes in fragrances because I grew up in the mountains. My dad has a house in the mountains, and that's where I spent most of my childhood. And every time I have some time off and I just want to unwind, I go there. And this is like the most magical place ever. We literally live by the forest, and we literally have the most humongous pine trees in the garden. So for me, the smell of Balsam Fir is everything. And I crave it so much in perfumery as well. So yes, how does it really smell like, guys? Let me tell you, because Fragrantica will not, apparently. This, from the get-go, to me, is 100% unisex. I wouldn't say it leans too masculine or too feminine. The thing with titanium is that you have to like aromatic, sweet perfumes. This perfume goes very sweet, all right? It's very sweet. So if you're a guy and you think because of the name, because of the bottle, it's gonna be straight up masculine, it can be, but you have to like sweet. I get on my skin loads of vanilla and that tonka and that Balsam Fir. A little bit of iris, which gives it some powderiness. I get a lot of woody accords, especially sandalwood. The leather is quite subdued for me. I do not get much leather, but I do get lavender, definitely. I think that leather, it's more of an anchor that gives some smoothness to the woody touch that you have in the mid. But I definitely do get lavender. It's a little bit spicy, but not too much. I think this fragrance becomes very smooth, slightly powdery, sweet, vanillic fragrance quite quickly. So if you love aromatic, sweet fragrances, you will adore it. I might agree with people who compare it to Pegasus, because you kind of have the same combination of sweet, powdery and lavender, but they're not the same at all. Like, no, Pegasus goes almond, okay? Pegasus goes very almond. This doesn't. This goes vanilla tonka and Balsam Fir. So I again would not agree with anything people say on Fragrantica. I think this is such a unique standalone scent that you really cannot find its DNA anywhere, in my honest opinion. If I had to compare it to something, to just give you a reference of how it smells, that Pegasus, okay, but don't think almonds. This goes vanilla tonka and woody, okay? You get that same kind of lavender, but other than that, the sweetness comes from completely different thing. It doesn't come from anything nutty, anything like creamy nutty. It goes from vanilla and tonka and very smooth, creamy sandalwood, and the iris that will give you that powdery, a little bit lipsticky effect, but not too lipsticky. Okay, don't think lipstick fever from Juliette Has a Gun, no. But that slight powdery, irisy touch is definitely here. And that's what I think makes this fragrance so unisex. For men who want it, I would suggest it to anyone who loves Dior Homme and Dior Homme Intense especially. For anyone who, again, likes Pegasus, I think you will like it even more. To me, this one is way more complex and way more refined, but this is just my opinion. And for women, I think if you like Tom Ford Metallique, simple as that, you will love it. Think of Tom Ford Metallique, but way more sweet and no aldehydes. Yeah, so stronger, sweeter, woodier, denser, way more vanilla, and less fresh laundry kind of aldehydes that Metallique has. That's how I would say. It's the best distinction that I can give you. For women, for any of you who like Metallique from Tom Ford, you will love it. For men, anyone who loves Dior Homme, Intense, or Pegasus, you will love this. And I think that's the most helpful thing I can say. Because this is so unique. You can see even I am here struggling to compare it to something. Because it goes in a very unique direction of, yes, aromatic, yes, lavender, but then it almost leans gourmand because of that heavier vanilla and iris and tonka in the base. And then on top of everything, you have the pine. You have that, balsam fir. So it kind of almost takes you to a forest. It's amazing. I personally really, really like it. Apart from Ambassador Intense, which I do not have, unfortunately, but I did smell it on my friends and in the store, because these are actually very widely available, especially in Europe in Douglas shops. They have them. And I sniffed it so many times, and I love the Intense version, and I like the original version. So I like a lot from the brand. They do not have hundreds of perfumes. They focus on specific fragrance profiles, and they just go with it. They do not do hundreds of releases. They're very particular about their craft and what they're doing, which I personally really prefer, to be honest. I really do not adore the fact that, for example, designer brands release flanker after flanker after flanker, and to me, very often these are just watered down version of the original. And here this is not the case. Here in this brand, everything is completely different. So yeah, if you love unique, sweet, aromatic fragrances, I think you will love Titanium. So yeah, that's all I can say, guys. I'm testing it through and through. What I can tell you at the moment is that I get solid 8 hours on the skin, pushing 10 on the clothes. Actually, the clothes smell like that the next day until I wash them. So the longevity is phenomenal. And I think the projection as well, because every time I would test it, my boyfriend complimented me, and I think he actually wants it for himself, and that's why he compliments me, let's be honest. Yeah, he likes sweet. He likes sweeter scents, scents that are aromatic sweet. That's his jam as well. So Titanium, we are gonna definitely share it. I already know it's gonna be gone very, very quickly in this household. And if you are interested to purchase it, I will link every shop that they sell it at. But you can also, if you are based in a place where Douglas is, you can easily go into the store and sniff it and see for yourself how unique it is. So yeah, that is Gisada Titanium. I really want to thank Gisada for making this video happen. I'm very happy that I have such a new release in my hands already, and that I love it. Especially that is my jam, and I love it. So yeah, I hope it was helpful. I hope you liked the video, and see you in my next one, guys. And check out Titanium. I actually match very well with the bottle when it comes to my bling bling on the neck, don't you think? So yeah, check them out. I personally really, really like this new release, just as much I love the Ambassador line. So it's good. Okay, guys, love you, and see you in my next video. Bye.